we would ask some couple of questions from each of member of committee. So, Dmitry, what are you looking for today? And a little bit about what's Runa looking. 1, 2, 3. No? Take mine.
Yeah, Runa is looking for great people, that's all. The rest is details. So if you get right the details and you're a great person, so welcome to Runa Capital.
All right then. The next one is Sasha Andreev, the partner of Almaz Capital. Sasha, what are you looking for?
Looks like we are competitors. Let's battle for the best people. Right?
Yeah, so everybody's looking for people, for team in the first place. Looks like some slavery market, I don't know. Marvin Liao from 500 Startups. Hi, Marvin. Can you share what you're looking for, what 500's looking for? Mine working?
Yes, I'm looking for people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking for businesses that are actually like not just venture scalable, but businesses that actually potentially could go global.
All right then. Applause. Jane's from Google. Jane, what are you looking for tonight?
I'll actually hobble and stand. So I'm looking for people. I'm looking for worldwide scalable solutions that can take advantage of a Google platform. Now, I'm looking forward to hearing some great ideas, learning about some great business models, and then potentially identifying some future customers.
All right. Then we have Michael Breidenbrücker, right? Correct?
How did you?
I've practiced a lot. Well, like a couple of minutes. Anyway, what are you looking for tonight? What are you looking in startups?
I'm very interested in seeing early stage startups that have a very strong IP and technology component and global ambitions.
Right. Great. So not only people. All right, and Alexei from Maxo Capital. Alex, what you personally and your fund is looking for tonight?
We're looking for strong teams that are have enough energy to go globally. So, yep.
Okay. So, people who are there or who have abilities to create some technological stuff with intellectual property and with an ability to go on a global markets. All right, now we have 15 startups who are promising to go there. Before that, I will explain you the procedure of this event. Each startup will talk about their solutions or products for 3 minutes. Then we have time for about a couple of questions from juries. And jury will judge their ability on their paper sheets, and we will not knowing the answer who's the best until later tonight. Okay? So the 3 main criteria actually are really similar to what these guys are looking for tonight. It's product, it's market, should be global, and it's team members. All right, so everybody's in their places. We're ready to start. We have 15 startups, and the first one is Locomizer. Guys? Okay, you will have a clicker. Hello. You will have a beautiful girl who will show you the number of minutes left. Yeah, can you just show? All right, 2 minutes. Okay, but you will have 3. So guys, are you ready to start? No.
Oh.
Probably you can ask them.
So I'm ready.
Wait a second. Are you ready to start?
Are you ready?
Are you fully concentrated on this man, on his promising idea? Because maybe 5-10 years from now, you will be reading about him in the Fortune magazine, I don't know. And you will be crying that you will not listen carefully about what he's saying. All right, 3 minutes, couple of questions. We're ready to go.
Right, hi, my name is Alexey Polyakov. I'm co-founder of location data analytics startup Locomizer. And let me start by asking you a question. Do you know that more than 90% of people or consumer purchases are still taking place in real life, offline? And while it's very important for businesses to understand consumer behavior at hyperlocal level, there are not so many good ways to measure consumer real preferences and interests. So we're solving this problem by building a truly global geo-behavioral interest graph. You might ask, what the heck is geo-behavioral interest graph? Well, just imagine an informational layer around the Earth, which you can query, which you can ask all kinds of questions. What do you know about this place at 2 p.m.? And the graph will respond saying that, you know, people at this place at 2 p.m. will be most likely interested in fast food or in sports or whatever. So how do we do it? Well, we start by collecting billions and billions of GPS signals from mobile devices. And we don't collect this data directly, but we license it from mobile app developers. Then, once we accumulate these vast amounts of data, we break them down into individual historical parts. At the same time, we maintain our database of places. Literally, we know where every McDonald's or sport fitness are on the map. Then we pinpoint location patterns against the database of places in order to understand people's interests. But it will be too primitive if we just count or correlate the visitation rate against the venue time. That's what our competitors do. Our algorithm is much more sophisticated. We take into account many things like density of the place, time of the visit, weather conditions, seasonality, distance traveled, and many other secret things that in order to calculate people's profiles, in order to calculate affinity scores for all kinds of activities people do in real life. So lastly, we aggregate the user interest profiles we create in the first place and we extrapolate them on the map. So that's how the graph looks like if you visualize it. And the graph provides you with dynamic knowledge about people's interest at any given time, at any given place. And the information that contains in this graph is unique to Locomizer. So for our customers to get access to this graph, they need to subscribe with our SaaS platform. And the graph is in great demand with all kinds of verticals from retail, advertising, out of home, and commercial real estate. And this is just some examples of successfully Locomized brands. And last slide is just the summary. You can read from it, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much.
Awesome. What about the team? Are you alone?
Oh, yes. Well, the team is two co-founders. One is biology scientist, and another one is Japanese language major who went to UC Berkeley to study computer information systems. Thank you.
All right. Guys, else? Questions?
Oh, okay. Sounds like a great idea, but what is exactly the problem? So do the users have problem? Do the brands have problem?
Yes. The problem of the relevancy, right? So the marketers, advertisers, brands, they always struggle to be relevant to their target audience. And we solve the relevancy problem. We find relevant crowds for brands, for companies, businesses.
So you help advertisers to kind of keep bothering me with their stupid ads, right?
To make it relevant, so it's you know, it's interesting for you to receive. So you will be actually interested to open it up and you know, check it out.
More questions?
Excuse me, I don't understand. Should you put some piece of software on mobile device or how it works?
Yes, so the core technology is the algorithm, the proprietary algorithm, and it's wrapped in the software. And the product itself is a SaaS platform, so the brands, the businesses can use our graph, use our SaaS platform to access the graph and do the audience discovery on their own. It's a self-serve, hyperlocal audience discovery SaaS platform.
And how are you making money? Is it by seat? Is it a site license?
So it's a subscription-based recurring revenue model.
All right then. Give a round of applause
Thank you.
to our first. Okay. I don't know how to say it in English, но первый блин не вышел комом. Com is not the right word. Okay. The second one. Do you know who's the second one? Joyce Labs. All right. Ready?
Ready?
Steady.
Ready,
Go.
steady. Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Alex. I'm co-founder of Droids Labs, an artificial intelligence company working in medicine. As a company, we build digital products that drive value to both physicians and their patients by leveraging capabilities of big data and artificial intelligence in medicine. So as we all know, healthcare is an extremely complicated process where many different doctors from different specialties, from different practices, working together and constantly making critical and extremely data-driven decisions that actually directly affect patients' lives. Droids Labs helps doctors to answer these critical questions by giving them highly personalized, patient-level predictions on what can happen to their patients, thus equipping them with the information they really need when they really need it most. So, and this is how our products work. One of the examples, treatment decision support. Every doctor typically has multiple treatment strategies, how to treat their patients. Each one of these strategies is associated with their own risks, their own complications, possible, good and bad outcomes, and doctors have to evaluate them. Droids finds and evaluates all the strategies and gives doctors the information about what they can expect for this particular patient for each one of these strategies, thus empowering them to make very well-informed, very well-thought decisions for every of their patients. The way it works is by consuming a vast amount of different data coming from both private and public data sources, including real-life, millions of real-life patient profiles and clinical decisions, and also medical research. All this is used to find non-trivial patterns in patient profiles that are then used to predict certain clinical and non-clinical events and parameters that actually help doctors to drive better patient outcomes. We're working and we've partnered with a large number of different healthcare systems, some of the big healthcare systems in the world actually, in US, in Europe, and most recently in Asia. And we're also partnering with health insurance companies, with EMR providers and other companies in healthcare. And all this helps us to build a very comprehensive picture of treatment performance, which is then used to make our predictions even more accurate and meaningful for doctors. Some of our early clinical trials and pilot projects that we started early this year are actually shown some very impressive results. Our products were shown to reduce the patient's treatment length by at least 10%, significantly dropping the rate of different complications and adverse events. And all this, the best part, all this was actually shown to have a direct economic, very tangible economic output on our pilot partners, with estimated of at least $4 million per annum in potential profits that they can make by increasing patient flow and reducing their costs. Hence our business model. We work directly with healthcare providers, directly with hospitals and clinics, and offering them our predictive analytics in return for subscription and some other goods. Finally, we're really proud of our team, consisting of really strong academic and business profiles in healthcare, in medicine, and in AI. We're a really young company, and we're committed to drive change and shape the future of healthcare. We'll hope you support us. Thank you.
Great.
I leave the team. So how are you making your decisions based on scans, on text? What is the input data?
The input data is typically what is aggregated and stored. Yeah, what is aggregated and stored in electronic health records within the hospitals. So typically, 80% of all of this data is actually stored in very unstructured form. You're absolutely right, in medical texts, right? And actually, if you would notice, some of our core team expertises lays in speech recognition and natural language processing and understanding. This is where we're leveraging the team's expertise. We're also working with different types of data, just as I said, to make as comprehensive picture of clinical decision as possible.
How many clinical tests or trials did you? How many clinical tests did you?
We're still running some of our projects. We've finished 2 of them already, and so this is how we differentiate them. We are testing our solutions, basically our clinical decisions, in different practices. We tested it with outpatients. Now we are keen on testing it with inpatient departments and surgery departments and so on. So we are actually running these trials. This is our plan.
So you mean 2 trials, 2 patients, or?
Oh, no. There were like 2 partners, and we tested like several dozens of thousands of patients, like around 50,000 patients.
50,000?
Yeah, came through our platform. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So how long does it take you to integrate with one clinic?
Sorry?
How long does it take you to enrich the system when you set it up in a clinic?
You're talking about implementation or like the whole process?
No, well, I mean the pilot project you run. So how?
So yeah, that's typically, as we all know, healthcare is a really conservative space, right? So it actually takes some time to work details out with our partners, but it takes like several months actually, like 2-3 months to start, say, for example, pilot, right? And then, so we're always targeting very long-term contracts with our partners.
What is the pricing model you use? What is the pricing model you use?
Pricing model, that's, okay, I don't have a presentation anymore. The pricing model directly attributed to those economic figures that we've shown in our clinical trials. So we are showing how much money we can save or make to our client, depending on the size of implementation, depending on the type of predictions they want us to make, and thus we price it accordingly.
What are the key markets in terms of geography you're focused on at the moment?
I would like to say that that's US, but in general, we see that's like, that's our global perspective. We see that healthcare decisions are pretty consistent around the world, right? And the problems in healthcare are pretty consistent. So in terms of the markets we are targeting, yeah, our long-term vision is global, worldwide penetration.
All right, thank you. Oh, one last question.
Who is responsible for wrong diagnoses, like false positive, false negative, and so on? We know that doctors use some insurances. Yes. And you?
Great question, thank you. So the way we work, the way we position our solutions is it's electronic assistance, it's digital assistance to doctors. We help doctors to make very well-informed decisions, but we keep this sacred responsibility and sacred right of doctor to decide how to treat the patient. Thus, the responsibility is always on doctors, but we are there to support their decisions. We are not pushing doctors to go with with this or that decision. We're always giving them perspective on what each decision can lead to. So this is this is something that we learned working with doctors, right? They don't want us to to step on their toes, right? But they want us to be there to help them.
All right, thank you very much. That was really interesting presentation.
Thank you.
I remember like 5 or 7 years ago, I've been on this stage, not in the same building, but on another stage, participating in this content. It used to be called Web Ready, and I've been among finalists. And one of my advices to you, please guys, stand in the middle of the stage and keep the mic closer to your mouth so people would hear what you're saying. And therefore, you would increase your chances. Okay, the next startup is Agregion, right? Oh, maybe I pronounced it wrong. Agregion. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
3 minutes.
I am CEO and co-founder of Egregion. Number of digital objects is expanding like our universe. Digital object is everything which is producing and data. It's a content. It's a Internet of Things. It's a part of big system. It's a data flow. Anything. And these digital objects, they communicate with each other. And if we talk about 10 years ago, it wasn't a problem. It was problem of system administrator. Now, we wanted to develop universal instrument to communicate, to give possibilities to digital objects to talk with each other through rules, rights, and parameters. And there are a lot of industries where we're piloting or we are talking with experts where this right management between digital object solution could be interesting now. It works like Egregion Right Wallet, we name it. Each digital object in our terms has right wallet. This right wallet is very flexible. Sometimes it consists thousands and thousands parameters, of course, describing by our machine learning system. And in this case, right object goes through right holder to end user. Of course, it could be data flow, it could be file, it could be many. We are developing this flexible, now centralized solution. We have profit from each transaction from right holders, and we see this market is grow. Our customers today, remember we started Hypothesa in 2015. Now you can find our cloud solution on top egregion.pearson.com. You can check it. Softline, Disney, we major Chinese and German publishers, and now we decided to move on blockchain because trustness to our partner and clearance and security. Now it is most important question to our company, and we would like to give answer by this new technology, which smart contract model is very close with our current solution. And thank you, and I'm ready to talk more about our platform.
All right.
Father.
So is there any direction you can share with us? So what are you doing now with clients? Or
Expertise, and our major clients are US clients, and expertise and cooperation, something.
It's always one. So what you showed today here is, I think, very similar to what Ethereum is doing, what kind of the blockchain was built for. What's the difference between you as a sort of service provider, getting corporations up on sort of the blockchain in the end, and a product company?
Seems our model is much more flexible and useful for different industries, not only for content industry or for software industry. We have clients from these industries, but we believe in Internet of Things future where each digital object will have rights and rules to talk with other. And there are multi-billion ecosystem, and we are starting to describe it, and seems this is major difference from top our competitors.
Can you tell me a little bit about your team?
14
your backgrounds?
14 engineers full-time.
And how about on the business side?
We started business a year ago. in production. We have contracts with hard copy contracts today with Disney, and write contracts with Disney with another player's Pearson.
Yeah, no, I guess the question I had is, who's driving the business side? Like, do you have salespeople, BD? What's sort of your...
No. We are oriented to move ecosystem. We give our platform as a back-end system to other players. They move their solutions based on our platform to another, to clients, sorry.
Okay.
All right then. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and have a good day.
All right. Startup number 4, Thingenix. Right. Let's support.
So, hi everyone. Can I see some slides maybe? Or if not, I can talk just as is. So, this is the simple phone. Everyone knows how to use it. Everyone can just go to the nearest store, buy it, and get immediately the value out of it. But can you do the same for the things like, for example, the water tension measurement in your field if you are a farmer? Or can you do the same for the vibration measurement if you are a factory engineer? The answer is no. Nowadays, you need to involve integrators, you need to be a little bit expert in the programming, a little bit expert in electronics, a little bit expert in networking to use the IoT. So what we do, we decide to simplify that process and totally hide all that complexity out of the end user. That's why we divide the whole world of the IoT into 3 major categories, which are the sensors and actuators, legacy buses, and legacy interfaces, and created a single device for each of categories. Then we choose 2 major radio technologies which will survive in the next 5 to 10 years, which are IoT and LoRa, and we created one cloud service for all of that. As a result, everything what the customer needs to do is to buy the device from the desired category, scan the QR code, and get immediately the data into the cloud. So, the project traction. We started end of last year. In the January this year, we started the first pilots. In October, we are starting the sales of commercial samples. Pretty impressive for the hardware company, I would say. We are not alone on the market. There are a lot of competitors. Most of them, they still focused mostly on the technologies, not on the UI or how to use actually the technology. We are targeting 2 major sales channels, which are the integrators and mobile service providers. We are working on the go-to-market. We are working with corporations such as Cisco and Dell EMC right now, and we are working already with major service providers in Russia and abroad. The team has a long experience in service provider networks in Russia and abroad. Speaking about me, I spent 7 years at Cisco Systems, being responsible for the product development of one of flagship routers. And now, we are doing that cool stuff. I'm done.
Cool.
Questions?
So bringing IoT to the usual people, to me. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I have a question again. So you take standard devices and you equip them with extra hardware so you get the signal into your IoT cloud. Is that it in a nutshell?
No, basically not. We actually created the universal adapters for the sensors, for the buses, or for the legacy interfaces. And we plug the legacy interfaces to our hardware, and then get the data in our cloud.
And then your cloud. So your customer.
It's very, very broad. We focused today on the three major areas: ecology, which is public sector, obviously, then the industry and oil and gas, and the agro.
Can you give me an example of a business case which is already in production?
Well, yes. Imagine the typical oil field, which occupies a large territory. And usually to make the wired connections very expensive and takes a long time for that. They can install just one base station and LoRaWAN base station and cover the radius of 10 kilometers line of sight. So basically the system could be deployed in less than 1 hour and you will get the data out of industrial equipment.
All right then. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Our next startup is Cards Mobile, or Кошелек. Welcome on stage. Where do we have a clicker?
Hi. So, I'm Philip from Wallet App, and our goal is to get rid of plastic cards. We were pioneering mobile payments in 2013 when we started with the banks. Then we started to add public transport services, social IDs. But then we understood that the real problem of the users are loyalty cards. They have tons of them. And we formulated a business model where we're providing best-in-class user experience for loyalty cards, like loyalty card for the recognition. We know more than 200,000 of types of loyalty cards in Russia, like deep integrations with retailers, CRMs, and so on, and providing tools for businesses for lead generation, communication, value-added services. Among our clients, we have banks, malls, brands, retailers, financial services, insurance companies, and so on and so on, MNOs. And we started to grow when we launched loyalty cards in the beginning of 2016. We are leaders in loyalty cards aggregation in Russia. We are going to monopolize this market here and to become a leading channel for communications for brands. And being internationally certified as a token requester by Visa and MasterCard, we are supported by them to enter CIS and European markets, especially where vendor pays are not presented. And we also see a big value of our loyalty service in many countries in Europe, in Latin America, and we already outperformed all other services in Russia. But anyway, our business is globally local. We are about local business development, and we will go to those countries step by step. On the other hand, we were discussing internally global challenges of loyalty ecosystem. Among them are spam and B2C communications, interoperability of fragmented industry, transferability of privileges among communities like family, and the liability of growing number of players that are dealing with long-term communications with their consumers. And finally, we came to a really global and disruptive solution. We call it Loiken. We bringing to this project our expertise in loyalty and our user base for proof of concept. We already signed powerful partners to be announced soon for this project with global presence and deep expertise in blockchain. So stay tuned and to be announced soon.
Wow.
Thank you.
Nice shirt. Any questions?
Something about the team?
So we are two co-founders. Our project is more than 6 years old. We are 70%, from them 35 are engineers.
And one more question. Okay, the problem is obviously pain in the ass with the loyalty card, but who pays you money actually?
Retailers, brands, malls, banks, financial services. It's all about communications, lead generation, and support of different marketing campaigns.
So how many paying customers for now?
For now, there are hundreds, and we launched sales through partnerships, big ones like Double Geese, Avatar, and so on, and are going to raise it to thousands just in a few months.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay, our next startup called Tvori, if I'm right. Come on, guys.
Hello. Okay, I'm Dima from Tvori. I'm one of the 3 founders. So at Tvori, we work on a simple way to create and share 3D content within virtual and augmented reality. So we actually started with a set of problems that currently exist. And the main are that it's pretty hard to create content for VR and AR using existing software. And so we see an opportunity here. So the future of VR and AR, virtual and augmented reality, is in 3D content. So it should be as easy to create 3D content and share it for VR and AR as it's currently easy to create videos and put them on YouTube. So there should be a major democratization. And so that's why we are working on a new kind of 3D editing software, where we focus on simplicity, collaboration, where multiple people can create within one space, and other useful stuff. And so we have more than 1,000 users, alpha users who paid for the access. We are already working on commercial projects. We did like projects for Expo 2017, like recently, and just in September we got our first major B2B client, which is based in Los Angeles and one of the major producers of cartoons in the world. Can't disclose any names for now. So we are a team of 3 founders. Victor and we were working on 24 projects related to virtual reality, prior Tvori, including projects for Unity and Google. And Ilya built a successful business that has been operating and growing for the last 10 years. And I believe we have a little bit time to show the product video. Yeah, by the way, we are hiring, so if there is developers or some developers who want to do this kind of stuff, then Google us, and yeah, we'd love to talk. Yeah, this is an editor, and this is a process of animating a character in real time. Actually, it's a real pain to animate a character using existing software, but we find approaches to do that quite easily. It's very suitable for like block-out animations and stuff, and like creating levels and like painting them with your hands is quite powerful.
All right. So you're in alpha version now.
Yeah.
When is it going to be beta? When are you going to release?
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we are talking to users. So we definitely get lots of feedback. So it's hard to say when it's going to be like a release.
Exactly.
Release, yeah.
Okay. Guys, any questions? Whom are you hiring?
Developers.
You have 20 seconds left.
Oh yeah. We are looking for developers, and like people who want to design for VR and develop for VR or an AR is. I mean, it's always great to have the people around.
But you're not operating like a studio. So
No.
You're just developing a software.
Yeah, so we actually do some. So on B2B side, we're actually using our software to create projects. So it helps to like do real stuff with our software, and like to understand what do people really need.
Cool. So if there are no questions, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I had
Okay,
a question.
no, no.
Yeah. Well,
Dmitry has a
what
question.
about the competition? I mean, it's
About
like
competition?
a cool product, but it seems that the idea is quite.
Sorry?
The idea is quite obvious, right? What about the competition? What about
competition.
Unity and other guys?
Well, there are actually, there are some people, there are some teams, some companies that experiment, but we think that most of them are off. I mean, there are obviously giants like producers of game engines. They're definitely looking for VR and AR space, but they are off in terms of their tool sets. They are not very approachable for, like, in 5 years, there would be thousands of users who would want to create, like, quickly 3D content, but they would use, like, so we actually want to simplify all the process of 3D creation and animation, and Autodesk and, like, other players, they don't look at this space right now.
How do you know? You are in alpha. Maybe they have alpha too.
Sorry?
You are still in alpha version.
Yeah.
Perhaps they have alpha version too.
No, well, publicly not. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we were quite early.
Yeah,
Still.
because there is no money here. Okay.
Well, for now, yeah. There is no money for now, but...
So what is your go-to-market plan?
Yeah, so actually, yeah, right now we are working with B2B partners. We want to, like, make good cases using our software and aggregate it on our, like, platform and make it possible to share that content easily. So people who want to, like, think of, like, YouTube mixed with Netflix. Like, there could be projects that are polished and made by professionals. And there are people who want to create something similar. Maybe they have their own wicked vision, and they could, like, gather around a fan base like people do on YouTube. You know, like, you wouldn't imagine that, like, 15 years ago, that there would be, like, a Swedish guy who makes playthroughs and he gathers, like, 10 million following or something.
All right. Good luck with that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. The next startup is Binesis, if I'm right. Ready?
Hello, everyone. My name is Dmitry, and this is Binesis. Easy, fast, and safe API integrations. Every year, banks lose billions of dollars on bad credits. It happens because the bank scoring system accuracy rate is not more than 90%. It means that 10% of credit portfolio is bad credits. The best way to increase the accuracy rate is to connect simultaneously multiple scoring systems with online clients' information from social media, any bank accounts, and payment system. Using Binesis, you can apply to your customers, apply for a credit even sitting at home, sharing all necessary documents and real-time metrics. And receiving these metrics, bank can increase the accuracy rate up to 7%. Some banks, such as HSBC and Bradis, already use the similar technology. But to implement this technology, banks spend about $1 million and about 5 years. It happens because to create this technology, banks need to connect a huge number of services. It takes months of coding time. We have solved this problem. Connect Binesis only and have access to all services in one package. Unlike all our competitors, we provide 100% of the functionality of connected systems, and we are not an intermediary service, not middleware. We don't get access to any bank data. The data between the bank and third-party systems connect and transfer only directly. Business model is licensing, 5,000 euro per month per one software server. No restriction on number of connecting services or requests. We already have 50,000 euros of free equity grants. Signed a contract for 400,000 euros for investment from VC and launching 7 pilots with European companies, such as banks Elior Bank and BNP Paribas, communications company T-Mobile and Orange Polska, post company Ukrpochta. This is our incredible team. All of them are experts in business development and software engineering. We have a huge of solving integration problems. My name is Dmitry, and this is Binesis. Easy, safe, and fast API integrations. Thank you.
Oh. Sounds good.
Any questions?
Questions?
You guys were in Paris Techstars? No?
No, I think no.
Sorry.
I think we met earlier, we chatted earlier today. So if a bank, just to make sure I understand, who do you consider your direct competition, like right now?
Right now we have no direct competition because every competitors, every company who may help you with integration, they are intermediary service. They, it's bank, then cloud of this technology, and then they connect with third-party service. And we provide to our clients bank dedicated cloud service server software and whole infrastructure. Bank can install it on bank side and protect this technology by any bank's protection system. That's why right now we have no direct competitors.
What do you mean by API? It's programming interface? Or
yes.
What? And tell me what does it mean? What interface to what? Between what and what? API. This interface between what and what?
This interface in which program can connect and talk to each other.
Bank connect to what?
Bank may receive the information from social media and can connect using API another scoring system, and bank can receive the data from another bank account of this bank's client.
If you provide banks with data, say it. I don't understand. I don't understand technology.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys can discuss it probably a little bit later in Russian. Would be more useful, I guess.
One last question.
Sure.
How many customers do you have? And if you've lost any customers, why?
Right now we are a young company, just a year and a half, and right now we're launching a pilot.
How many? Pilots, how many customers are in the pilot? And what's
7.
And what's the initial feedback today?
Oh?
What's the initial feedback from the customers today in the pilot?
We're in process of launching. It's good feedback.
Promising one.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you,
Dmitry. Leave the clicker to me. All right. A little bit complicated, but all the finance fintech startups are like this. Okay, Cybertonica. Cybertonica, if I have it right. How are you guys feeling? Huh? Good? No? Do you like startups you've seen so far? Нравится вам? Вы по-английски понимаете? Или такое небольшое шапито у нас? Okay, anyway. Cybertonica.
Hello, my name is Sergey Velts. I'm CTO and co-founder of Cybertonica. We do fraud prevention for online payments using machine learning. The problem is that current systems are rule-based, single channel, they live in a data silo, which creates unnecessary risks, harms customer experience, and leads to lost revenue. Just a personal example. I can't top up my UKN phone number with any of my Russian cards because the operators and payment systems are just afraid of foreign cards. Or you pay for the internet here in Russia regularly with the same card, usually using the same device, and every time a payment system asks you to wait for a text message with a code, does it increase security? Actually, no. But does it increase inconvenience? Yes. Fraud prevention is a big market. Only in Russia, known direct losses because of card fraud are hundreds of millions of dollars, and many times more in Europe and in the United States. And the market is growing. Our solution to the problem is a platform for merchants, banks, and payment systems where we collect client-side device information and behavior information, payment information. We match all of this with third-party data providers like RTB, Bitstream, and data management platforms from online advertisement networks. And in real time, we generate recommendations how to authenticate the payments using machine learning. This is just an example of a fraudulent payment network which we can detect. So we help our customers to manage risk better so that they have more business opportunities and earn more money because of higher acceptance rate during the payments. The company was founded by professionals from Sberbank Digital Division, and now we have a really strong team in our London headquarters. Also, we have offices in Moscow, Bratislava, 16 people in the team, and we got a bunch of awards from Positive Hack Days, from Skolkovo Cybersecurity Day, Europe FinTech Top 100 this year, and Emerging Payments Association Award last week. And we have 3 banking clients in Russia, 2 clients in Europe, and the best proof of strong Cybertonica view is that our valuation doubles from year to year. And I think that it will be true the next year also, because we've just started a big proof of concept pilot with a large Asian airline, which is a new huge market for us. Thank you for your attention.
Wow. Finally, we've got to some real money.
Yeah, I'm very happy for your investors for doubling the valuation, but how about the revenue? Is it doubling or tripling?
Right now we are cash negative because we are growing, and if we cut our sales and marketing costs, we'll be cash positive. We have 20K revenue MRR right now, and till the end of the year we'll have, I think, 50K.
So who is your customer exactly? Is it the merchant, the bank, the PSP, the scheme? Where are you?
In Russia, we have more success with issuer banks and schemes, and in Europe with merchants and payment systems.
And they replace their existing fraud systems, or how do you plug into them?
It depends. Sometimes banks just don't have actually any transactional fraud prevention systems. Sometimes we do A/B tests and we compete with existing systems.
May I ask one more question? What is your false positive and false negative rates?
It's difficult to measure because you never know.
Super easy to measure.
No, because it's not easy to define what is actually fraud. I'll answer your question later in detail.
Okay, let me ask this question. What percentage of time you block the card of,
Sorry?
How many times the system blocks the card? By mistake?
It depends. If it's traditional online retail, then block rate is under 1%. If it's high risk, it can go up to 6 to 10%. So it depends on the segment.
Okay, then. Thank you very much, guys. The next one, Lidza. All right, now you should really applause for the next speaker.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Leads AI, a virtual AI assistant for marketers. And for the last 4 years, I run an advertising agency and optimized millions of dollars of ad spend. And I know how frustrating it could be to deal with daily manual routine tasks as a marketer. And let's say you are a Facebook marketer, so managing ads by yourself. So you spend for about 10 hours per week on analyzing ads and making decisions. So it's a real problem because as a Facebook marketer, you need to deal with tons of information and use lots of different SaaS solutions. But you don't have time to deal with all of them, and you need more simple and powerful solution, a solution that could replace different SaaS marketing products. And that's why we created Leadza as an AI marketing assistant. It's your personal AI coworker who can save time on manually analyzing ads. And it automatically analyzes ads, finds insights, and predict key metrics. So the only thing you need to do is to select from the best optimization tips and to implement them. So we now can optimize creatives, placements, age gender targeting, and also marketing budget. So here you can see the example of our predictions, which you can see in the Facebook Messenger platform. So implementing them, you can increase your volumes up to 40% and decrease costs up to 15%. So our technology is a combination of an expert system and machine learning. So the technology learns from your previous data and becomes smarter. The more data you have, the more powerful predictions you can get. So the market is really huge. Facebook annual revenues is about $30 billion, managed by 1 million Facebook ad marketers. And it's a really huge market. So we have a pretty good traction, and we got a year ago a seed investment, and now we have 700 marketers in our product. And in September, we already tested a paid subscription and got first revenue. Now we're looking for 1 million investment to be closed in spring next year, and I'll be happy to discuss investment and partnerships opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any questions? So basically that was the old presentation. That's why I was a bit nervous, because I sent the new one and it was not connected with my speech. But I think it's okay.
So what was in the new presentation?
It was new looks and much.
Okay. So what's your target market?
Our target market is the USA, and we already help 200 marketers worldwide, and 60% of them is the USA marketers. So our target audience, they are freelancers. It's a small agencies from 2 to 11 people who manage ads and serve more big agencies. And the third segment is in-house marketing managers who manage ads by themselves, working on a full-time in a company.
Is it only Facebook?
Yeah, we're working with only platform, it's Facebook.
Okay.
And your team?
We have a team of 6 people. Our team have relevant experience in the USA market, and we work with 2 industry experts, one from California and the second from Texas. They're the CEOs of advertising agencies and help us to develop our recommendation system and provide with big ad spend and budgets.
To have your AI working properly, you need a data set to train your engine, right? Which data set you're using? Which data exactly? Which data?
We use only ad data, so that's all the data provided from Facebook API marketing.
No, what more specifically, ad data is generic. Well, what, click rate, I don't know.
Okay, I will answer. So they are split by 14 different campaign objectives. For example, some of our clients are optimized to increase the mobile app installs. And then we use this data to help them to make this process better. because using the Facebook pixel, you can get different information from your site by pixel. And for example, if we, let's say, talk about mobile app installs, there are usually enough information to make a prediction. But if, for example, we say it could be mobile app purchases, the next step of the funnel, it could be harder to make a prediction. So it depends on the number of data. And usually we use different models. For example, some of them, one of them is gamma Poisson processes to make a prediction about CTRs and impressions. But for example, to predict purchases, that's not enough, and we need to use different models. So we divide it into 14 different types and then use different models depending on the marketing goal and campaign objective.
What do you need money for? What do you need money for? Money for you hiring a team or you entering the US market?
First of all, we need money for development our product, to finish the recommendation system. And the next step will be its automatic implementation. So now a marketer can look and see the recommendation, but he needs to go and implement by himself. And the next thing we will implement is a one-click solution, then just taking up your phone, clicking implement, and the chosen recommendation will be implemented automatically. And the next step in our strategy is to make this AI assistant working for all team of digital marketers. So let's say you have a copywriter, a designer, an analyst, and an account manager from the client side. And you need to give the specific information for each, and it will be the one touch point to communicate in a whole team in a one chatbot solution. So it's a
product development.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Кто рекламируется на Фейсбуке? Есть. Потенциальные клиенты. Мало. Okay, the next startup is StreetB. All right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kirill. I'm CEO and co-founder of StreetB, and I enabled crowdsourced retail intelligence platform. Due to poor in-store execution, retail industry is losing about $1.75 trillion annually, and traditional methods, they do not provide FMCG and retail companies with the possibility to constantly monitor and fix this issue. So our StreetB crowdsourced platform allows FMCG and retail companies to collect information about product availability, prices, placements, and other, much cheaper, faster, and on a broader geography, while machine learning is used for its subsequent validation and processing. So how it works? First of all, we create a script for the required locations and publish it in the application. Mobile users see these tasks and take pictures according to the script in the point of sales. And pictures, they are automatically validated and processed by our trained neural networks that recognize every product facing on the picture and convert it to the shelf KPIs such as share of shelf, on-shelf availability, and other. And these KPIs become immediately available to the client on the online dashboard. Our free mobile application is available for iOS and Android and allows to collect all data types, including GPS coordinates, pictures, audio, video, barcodes, and other. For each successfully completed task, agent gets reward. More than 130,000 people already have been engaged in more than 5,000 cities across Russia and CIS. Every agent has a rating in our system, and this rating depends on the number and the quality of the tasks completed. By the way, the use of machine learning gives us enormous data processing scalability with a fraction of cost. Now we're doing all most popular retail studies, including census, retail audit, price monitoring, and mystery shopper. These are the companies that we already work with, and by the way, some of them are pushing us to other markets where they operate. Our business model is proven on the other markets, including Europe and US, by the other projects, and our machine learning data processing capability gives us a competitive advantage. In the first 3 years, we achieved significant results. We opened up operations in 4 countries. We process every month more than 1 million pictures, and our annual revenue exceeded $1.5 million. Our team grew to more than 50 people, covering all areas from software engineering and user support to sales and marketing. And now we're looking for an investment to accelerate our growth. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, happy to answer.
Okay. Do you integrate with traditional retail software? Because I assume retail guys are, or brands, they're using some software.
Say again, please. Didn't get.
How you integrate with other systems that are used by your clients, or this is like a completely standalone piece of software that you're developing?
It depends on the client. So sometimes they use our service, and sometimes they ask us to integrate it into their system, like via email or SharePoint, etc. So there are different solutions. Usually we customize our own solution and reporting system. So they use our solution usually, but sometimes they ask to integrate with their solution with their SFA system.
So how long does it take for an integration, for partnering, for getting a new client?
Usually takes from 1 to 3 months to start working with some of the clients. But usually, if you start working, usually you get a tracking project. So usually customers, they need to track some KPIs every month, every week, or so the hardest part is to sell, and then you use it like a subscription.
Can you see some global expansion?
Sure, and this is one of the moments that we need money for. So now some of the customers, they are pushing us to the other countries because their partners abroad, they see this model and they want to use it as well. So now we see our expansion to 2 other markets.
All right. No questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the next one is Fabuza. I don't know how to spell it right. All right. We'll find out now.
So, hi, my name is Max, and I'm a CEO of Fabuza UX research platform. We conducted more than 700 researches, and we conducted more than 700 researches, and so our solution is help companies to create a real great user experience. Our customers can test their solutions for hundreds of people from countries they need in 3 days, and in the end is higher conversion, NPS, and LTV. So we got about 18 clients in Russia. We're cash positive, and our turnover is growing fast. So how it works? Imagine survey engine like SurveyMonkey or etc., and add here tools that allows you to ask people to do something in mobile apps. And it records video of how they do it. It's track their emotions and track their gaze and collect a lot of data. So it's a small part of what we do. Our current market size is $3.5 billion. And we have some competitors, so our niche is eye tracking and emotional tracking technology using machine learning. It's tools and unique methodology of test web content and the tools that enable to save time for data analysis. So, and low cost. We have a great team in Russia, but let's talk about what we need on global market. We have English-speaking UX analysts educated in NIST Norman Group. We have skilled developers with experience of creating solutions based on machine learning. And we have manager with experience of sales for enterprise customers in US and Europe. So our target is in 4 years to occupy 2-3% of global market share, and then sell company to big company like IBM or Dell, or to our competitors like UserZoom. So, and this is possible because we already do this in Russia. We enter the huge market, solving clear daily business problem. We got great unique software. We got developers, we got English-speaking UX analysts, and we got managers with experience of sales and supports enterprise customers in US and Europe. So we apply of investment for $3.5 million, and that's all. I'm ready to ask any questions.
All right. Sounds like you have a plan. Sounds like you have a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. We have an exit strategy at least. Any questions?
What's your payment plans?
It's annual subscription.
And what's the cost?
Now in Russia it's $10,000. If we will enter the foreign markets, and it will be about $25,000-$30,000. It's enterprise solutions. Our competitors cost about $16,000. 17.
Why 60 million?
Huh?
Why 60 million?
We want 60 million. If it will be bigger, it will be great.
Okay, good answer.
Or you have some property in your mind. Okay, you want to buy something for 60. Whatever. $3.5 billion market. What is the market? What's the name of the market?
It's enterprise UX. It's enterprise UX testing solutions, like UserZoom or UserTesting.com. And we take their clients, we take their cost, and we count market. So it's not from the sky, it's real data of markets that really exist.
Why are you more expensive than your competition? What do you bring? You're more expensive than your competition today.
Not good.
Дороже, чем ваши конкуренты сегодня.
No. If we talking about enterprise segment, our price is really lower.
Oh, then I misunderstood.
And how you again made estimation of 3.5 billion market for this? How you made estimation of 3.5 billion? Рынок.
Слышно.
Как вы вычислили, что этот рынок 3,5 миллиарда?
We take cost of our competitors. We do the mystery shopping research, and we have some data about number of their clients. That's market. That's a real market. Cost and number of clients. Maybe it's bigger because there are some companies that didn't use any software, but is real existing market is like I said, $3.5 billion.
So that's the turnover of your competition, basically. Это выручка ваших конкурентов.
Окей. Ну, то что вы под рынком подразумеваете?
Okay, then. That's another story.
Давайте как бы тогда конкретизируем.
Okay. If there are no more questions, thank you.
Thank you.
That was really good. Good luck. All right, the next one. Skivas. Applause, 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 guys.
Hi. My name is Andrei, and I will present you my project Skills. It's number one platform for right career choice. We can robotize all stages of hiring. So what is the right career choice? How can I evaluate my skills? Where is my dream jobs? Such questions are asked by professionals in the world every day. They have large numbers of online resources to find their work, but labor markets have some problems here. Millions of highly graduated young people graduate annually from universities in the world, but companies still feel a shortage of good candidates. More than 97% of job applications are unsuccessful now. So this problem called global mismatches. It's fundamental mismatch between what employers need and the talents of those they would like to hire. So Skills AI solutions will solve this problem. What is Skills? Skills has three stages. Stage one is consumer web applications, Skills AI for candidates, where it can communicate with professionals all around the world, and the professionals can evaluate their skills here. Second stage is B2B pre-selection platform. This is Skills AI for recruiters. It can robotize all stages of hiring for any company in all industries in the world. Stage three is AI recommendation machine. It is career and education trajectory for young professionals around the world. It's like a Tinder for career choice, and it's autonomous robot recruiter. It can answer the questions when, where, and why candidate can be successful. So why when we start, we didn't have any HR expertise, but we have AI expertise. We start thinking about this product in 2015. We started sales activity in August 2016 after 4 pivots. After that, we failed the first 4 projects with corporations in Russia, but we know how to learn from our mistakes. So our directions now is more than 700,000 candidates rated by Skills and 6% conversion to hiring, and $600,000 will be earned in 1917. So our value for corporations is 2 times faster closing the vacancy and 45% saving of budget for hiring. So we are now number 1 pre-selection platform in Russia. Our global competitors is HireVue and Harvard. Our clients in Russia now, it's biggest global and European companies, and one of these company, we have offered to acquisition from one of these companies. Now, our team have best expertise in HR tech projects, so we can implement it any HR case. So this is our future, near future. So we want to be number 1 pre-selection platform in Europe and top 3 consumer application for right career choice in the world. So thank you.
Thank you.
So you have some pretty big competitors like HireVue and other folks. Like, why do you think you're better?
We're better because we're thinking about consumers, about candidates, more than that companies. We're not only B2B product, we B2C. So we know how candidates find their job in the world. So I think that HireVue don't think about it. It's just a good B2B product.
Are you enjoying any good retention rates? I mean, could you please specify if you have any good retention rates on your clients? I mean, the client base you have, how much of those have?
It's near 60% retention rate. So these clients, these big companies,
yep.
We have big contracts with them for 3 or 5 years. So I can't talk with you about retention rate.
Okay,
yet.
but still, and the contract volume you have with these corporate clients, is it growing? I mean, the total contract volumes you have. Do you have any growth in contract volumes? Размер контракта растет или он стабильный, или у вас просто больше клиентов?
Он растет. Размер контракта зависит от величины проекта. Он растет как бы с каждым годом. Размер одного контракта минимальный.
Yeah, well, I mean, can you give us any inputs on the average contract volume you had like 1 or 2 years ago, and now what is the growth phase? You don't disclose if you can disclose the number, but the growth phase.
Я не понимаю. 2 years ago we haven't contracts. We start sales in August 2016.
So you mentioned you pivoted 4 times with your business model plan. What did you learn that made you pivot?
4 раза у вас был пивот, да? Что каждый раз вы чему-то научились? Чему научились в целом?
We work with market, with big companies, so we solve their problems. So our pivots, it's the problem-solved solutions on Russian market. So we.
So that basically the pivot means that you thought that this is true, you developed the product, but then it became like the false. There is no market, or there is no money in there, or there is no need. And then you create another product, or go to another market, or something like this. Have you experienced?
First of all, at the start we have our solution was video interview tool. After that, we learn from our partners or our clients that on this market, tool which solve one problem for hiring is not cool. So we turn our business model to platform as a service. So now we can implement it any HR, any hiring process in company in the world. So this is the main.
Okay, but basically you're providing highly customized enterprise solutions, or you're building your platform to go to for the companies to connect to you.
We build highly customized enterprise solution now.
Okay.
But this is stage 1.
Sure.
Yes. After that, we. No.
Okay. And you want to go to Europe first, being top 3 in the world solution within 3-4 years.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. Now, Miro. Welcome on stage.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. My name is Oleg, and I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Miro. And what we do is we transform shopping experience and provide unique data platform for fashion retail. So, okay, the fitting room. Fitting room is a key point of sales in fashion retail. However, it has no tools to stimulate sales. The quality of service is lacking. Retailers don't know much about their offline customers. So here's what we do about that. We install interactive fitting room, interactive mirrors. They look something like that. So once a customer walks in, all the items that he or she has are automatically added to the mirror with RFIDs or scanned manually with barcodes. So what is the most common thing you would want once you enter the fitting room? The item that you have in different size or color, right? So you can do that with one tap of a button. You need store associate, do that with one tap of a button. You want to browse items that are in stock? You can do that right on the mirror, right away. And you can order them that the store associate brings them to you. It's that simple. So we provide the quality of service for customers, but not just that, but also we provide sales uplift for fashion retail. We have confirmed numbers that we provide up to 8% extra revenue in fashion retail, which is huge by fashion retail numbers. But we don't stop there. We are in a unique position so that we collect data about what items customer tried on, and then what did he buy, And that allows us to calculate conversion rates, something that has been unheard of in offline fashion retail, but something that is pretty standard in online, right? Conversion rate for individual articles. And that is extremely valuable data for fashion retail because they can optimize their stock, optimize their prices, and optimize their visual merchandising if they know what items convert better. But that's even not it. We're the only company in the world, as far as we know at least, that can not only identify customers using their Wi-Fi in smartphones, but we can also attribute them to individual fitting rooms. Consider that if you have attributed customer to a fitting room and you know what he or she did try on, you can later create absolutely perfect personalized advertisement offers. Let's say you walk into a fitting room, you have jeans and a t-shirt. You did buy jeans, but you didn't buy a t-shirt. And later on, we send you a message. Here's the t-shirt that you tried. Here's it with discount. Or there is a new size or color available. And with that, all the things that I've talked about, everything that we offer based on a subscription model. There is no upfront fees, no investment from retailer, just $100 per mirror per month, or $200 in US and in Europe. And that makes it incredibly easy to integrate and start using our solution, and that allowed us to attract clients like Adidas Group, like IKEA, Mega, their subsidiary, like Mustang in Germany, and others in Russia and in German markets. And we're not stopping there. We're starting our expansion to Europe, and hopefully soon to US. And that is how we transform shopping experience here at Miro. Thank you.
All right. So what's about the team?
We have a team of around 15 people total, mostly engineers here in Russia, Moscow, but we also have people in Netherlands, Dubai, and in Germany, in Frankfurt, that are helping with sales. We're also starting to work with a company in Boston, in US, to help us get into the market, because it would be harder for us if we did that from Russia.
So you mentioned these clients. They are your clients. There are Miros over there.
Yes, we have. Actually, you can see that right there, right here in Moscow. Okay. Walk in and see our stores available right now.
So what is the traction? I mean, how long did you start it? How are you growing?
Well, pretty much we're a year old, so we did all that hardware development, software, which is actually patented, hardware, software, data platform, our own recommendation engine, our identification system. It took us roughly a year and 3 months to complete all of that. And we installed first mirrors this February.
Okay, any questions? Would anyone, Joe probably, would use this Miro in the shop? Would it help?
Hope so.
Sure.
How are you measuring the amount of interactions? Like, how many people go into a thing with a mirror and then interact with it?
We estimate roughly between 40 to 50% of people that go in, of actual customers, interact with a mirror in one way or another. But we're constantly working on tools and solutions to make this number higher. We're trying new user interface ideas. We're trying new approach to stimulating customers and using mirror, because we know that the higher the number goes, the higher the sales uplift that we provide goes as well.
Why are you saying you estimate? Because you know exactly how many customers are in there, right? And
yeah, I mean, it fluctuates by week, from week to week, from client to client. That's why I'm saying.
So you manufacture the mirrors and hardware, you ship them.
Yes.
In store.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm just kind of curious how much it costs you to make those, ship them, and then the return on investment, like what's the lifetime value to actually make money back?
It's a trade secret, so...
Well, then I asked my question.
If there are any retailers here, but I can tell you that our mirrors cover their own cost for us, very quickly recuperate their costs, and we estimate an average lifetime value of one mirror of around 3 years. After 3 years, it's going to either going to get redundant, so it has to be replaced, or it's going to break down. And it's going to cover its costs multiple times during that period, of course.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Good luck. And the next one is Roy Stad.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexander, and I am partner of Roystat company. Roystat, this is end-to-end system business analytics. Today, a lot of companies spend more and more money for advertising channels in the internet. And on average, each company has 14 different marketing channels. According to Gartner, they spend 67% for advertising which don't give effect. Roystat solved this problem. Roystat connected with client's CRM system, client's website, and client's advertising channels. Roystat collects data automatically. And Roystat shows more than 13 different key metrics, such as LTV, CPC, ROI, and etc. And as a result, our clients can see which channels are not effective and problems with their business processes. And our business model, we have 2,000 paid users, and our growth is 11% per month. We earn 8 times more than our customer acquisition cost. And we fulfill our revenue plans. And in last year, we made $800,000. In this year, we will make $4 million. And in next year, we will make $11 million. And the value of advertising market is 18 billions. Our revenue grew 10 times in last 2 years. And our team, we have 3 partners and 120 employees. And about the future of our product, this is predictive analytics, report marketplace, and optimization marketing. And in summary, our revenue grew 10 times in last 2 years, and our average growth per month is 11%. Thank you for your attention. And do you have any questions?
Wow. What do 120 people doing in your company?
Most of them, this is sales department and our integration department.
Okay. Do your clients now mostly in Russia?
Yes, our clients in Russia, yeah.
And do you have any foreign clients?
We have about 50 foreign clients, and we test our service with them. And we are planning to open sales department, international sales department, sales support department, international, and marketing international.
Where? What's your target market?
Our target market, now our CEO in LA, and we are looking for this market.
All right.
So you are selling analytics to your customers?
What?
We are selling analytics.
Даете аналитику.
Yeah, we give analytics for our clients, and our clients can see how effective their marketing budget in the internet. And we
how they are using your analytics, your clients.
Yeah, we give them.
What do they do?
Yeah, we give them SaaS service in web. They just log in and password, and they see usability interface and see their metrics with internet, in internet.
What's your burn rate?
What?
Your burn rate a month? How much spend do you have a month?
This is NDA information.
Okay, and your MRR, your monthly returning revenue?
Okay.
This the same questions. It's NDA.
Okay.
Okay, but you're cash positive.
Yeah, we're cash positive. Yeah.
Are you raising money now?
Yes.
Okay. How much? Сколько денег?
In this year we ask.
No. Вы ищете инвестора?
Now we are looking for investors, and we discuss exactly sum in negotiations.
Okay. Very promising. Do foreign markets are really different in terms of channels they use, marketing budgets and everything? So do you think that there will be a problem to go to LA or to United States market in this case?
Yes, of course, there is a difference, and in other markets have different CRM systems and different channels. That's why we are looking for investors to make our products more integrations.
Okay. So, but you're not doing predictions, like the project about the Facebook advertisement, or you do?
Now we have several pilots where we show our clients what they have to do to earn ad profit.
Okay, to make it more effective.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds really good. Thank you. All right, and the last but not least, ODG assist. All right. You guys not fell asleep? If you hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap twice. If you hear me, just clap, clap, clap. All right. Oh, clicker.
On the chair. Great. Hi, I'm Yaroslav from ODG Assist. I'm CEO and co-founder of it. And for production companies, for example, pharmaceutical, they have a problem. When they would like to create new product, they have idea. And they have 4 stages in general: research, trials, transferring, and production. And in the perfect world, all of these stages are connected in series. Research, trials, transfer, and production. In real world, all of these stages are connected more times, and all of them are mixed. And all of these stages are supported by different information system. It's Industry 3.0, where we create a lot of information system and set it for necessary part of process. And we create our software. Our software covers different functionalities from these systems and all of them. Also BPM and project management. As a result, we have a lot of competitors. But we are better. There are a lot of points here, but in general we are better because in our software, ordinary user can create, feed, connect all necessary equipment like laboratory equipment, production equipment by wires and use it without a lot of supporters from IT and engineers. It's great. Companies who have SAP from Ernst & Young say that it's great for them. So we have proved value for pharmaceutical companies, for chemistry and for food production. And for example, Polisan in the right upper corner, which produce for Bayer, Pfizer, Stada in Russia, 1 billion revenue company, implement our software and gain 21% increase in efficiency. We have a strategy, we are cash positive, we more than 2 times increase our clients last year, and we would like to go global through local representatives of the big pharma, because in this market you should have a great improvement of your software. We have a great experienced team with enterprise software and with the big projects. And to sum up, I would like to say that we have proven value for the companies which produce 20% of the world gross product. And now we would like to find partners, consultants to become global. So thank you. That's all.
All right. So you're on the pharmaceutical market?
In general, yes, because it's highly margin market, but also we have contracts with chemistry, especially oil
and in food market, because there are a lot of food companies, but they have less value because of cheaper time of their company.
So when you help them to become more effective in production by your software?
Yes, we help them to move faster from idea to production. And it's a little bit difficult to tell about technologies. It's a little bit close to the second guy today who tells about modern systems of connection, different devices. So it's like this.
Okay, okay. So but you're about production process. You through your software, the production process between different parts became easier and faster.
Yes, but it starts from R&D, from
R&D.
research.
Okay, okay. So, sorry.
Are you on an ARR model or MRR model?
Here is echo.
So how do you charge your customers? So is it ARR? Is it annual recurring revenue? Is it MRR? Just curious about the business model.
Oh, we have subscription, per user subscription.
So it's okay. How much are you charging per user?
Сколько берете?
It's about $1,500 per user per month. $1,500. Oh no, sorry.
1500s?
No. $15 per user.
$15 per user per month?
Yes.
Okay.
The average from a company like Pelisan is about $20,000 per year.
Why the pharma industry? Like, did you have an edge there? Is the product made specific for the pharma industry, or is just sort of what you knew?
In general, in pharmaceutical, the process from idea to the market is about 8 years. And if you fix this long process by 20%, and it's about $100 per minute, it's a huge amount of money. We haven't have the improvement of this 8 years value because we don't exist this time, but now we have improvement in general that it's true.
Okay, so you operate now the business mainly in Russia for Russian pharmaceutical or parts of global companies which are in Russia, but you're planning to go abroad. Other similar problems, let's say in the United States or in Europe, like here, would you decrease this 8 years in US? What do you think?
Yes, we check this on global exhibitions like IASP and connect with the global companies, and we make customer development there and obtain information that they have the same pains as Russian pharmaceutical companies, because in Russia we work only with the top pharmaceutical companies which are highly effective and use all modern software. So it will be fit for American market.
What about your traction a little bit? Are you growing, I suppose, like number of clients or revenue?
Yes, generally we are growing in number of clients more than 2 times this year, and our main goal is to increase the number of clients now. Not money, but about clients. All about our name in this.
Mm-hmm. Any more questions? Then thank you, Yaroslav. All right, then. That was the last, but not the least, project for tonight battle. Now the judges will have a hard time, I guess, deciding who's the winner, who doesn't like the most. Where is the room? I don't know, but we'll decide it. Don't worry, guys. We'll find a room to gather you together.
Сейчас организаторы подхватят членов жюри и отведут их в комнату с выпивкой, потому что без этого невозможно принять решение, правда? Без 50 грамм. Это шутка сейчас была.
Хорошо, что мы говорим по-русски об этом. Anyway, thank you guys for your participation, questions and everything. As we said, that there were more than 800 startups participated, and these are like the top 15 by the opinions of huge experts. И спасибо вам, ребята, что прослушали. Было что-то, что понравилось? Да, говорят основатели. Нормально. Есть будущее у российской инновационной структуры, развития? Есть, ну, слава богу.
Жаропонижающие аплодисменты.
Да, спасибо.
Модератору.
Спасибо.
Который дождался до конца.
Я
Евгений,
так как
спасибо большое.
провел большинство времени здесь на сцене сегодня, но я тоже в большой степени сейчас являюсь инвестором, представителем Север Групп. Мы активно инвестируем в образование, фриланс, on-demand economies и обучение. Если вы Detect Startup, найдите меня. К сожалению, у меня не было просто времени побегать, познакомиться со всеми. Или HR Tech. Спасибо. Ждите финала и победителя. Делайте ставки и думайте, кто будет лучшим.
Евгений Барулин, спасибо большое.